In this video, I'm doing a commentary on a bot versus bot backgammon match. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high quality content that you enjoy. And with the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. Again, I'm doing a commentary on a match between XG and XG, bot versus bot. These are extremely valuable because you can learn a lot. One of the greatest ways to learn is by watching better players play, and this is the best player in the world playing against itself. It's really easy because you don't really have to do anything. You just watch it play, and then it's already transcribed, and you can look at the analysis yourself and learn and modify positions and take a look. We're playing on a beautiful Backgammon Galaxy void board with the Casio insert with beautiful blue and orange checkers. The XG board is made by Rain. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. He makes beautiful XG boards, including this one and many others. Orange will be playing at the bottom, blue at the top, bearing off on the right, and here we go. Blue opens with a 6-3 standard split. And now with the 5-3, we'll just make the 3-point. And this is expert versus expert, so they make some mistakes. With the 6-1, make the anchor and slide 10-9. 4-1, now you can go down and, yeah, you could do like that. 6-2 will make the bar point. Looking to counter anchor, cannot, will escape from the 20-point. Okay, 6-5, gonna point on head, creating 4 dancing numbers. 4-1 comes in and safeties, or doesn't safety, just makes the point. Okay, double 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Double 5 is a great roll. 1, 2, 3, 4 comes all the way around. Now the race is close. 6-2, good roll, is going to bring 2 down. Return shots. 5-3 is not one of them. Come in with a 3. You don't want to come in on the point where the opponent wants to make. Now 5-1, going to play on his side. 6-1, good roll, makes the 5-point. Orange is looking for a 6. Doesn't get it. 5-3 will have to come around. This is a double, but I think this is a take because, blue's going to have a problem here. But does hit loose. Orange rolls a 3-1 from the bar. That's great. Comes in, hits 4-1. We'll have to hit. Now he's considering a double. No double yet. Comes in with the 2 and plays safe. All right, blue has to hit for the tempo. Doesn't come in. 4-1. 6-1. Safeties. Covers a blot. Okay. 3-1. Can come in and hit. There you go. 4-2. Okay. So now orange may have something here. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. The double shift. Missed. Going for the gammon. I don't know about that one. 6-4. It's that way. Dances. 5-4. It's going to safety. 6-4. Looking to pick and pass. Redoubles. You can't take there. Now it's the Crawford game. 2-0 Crawford. 1 away, 3 away Crawford. 5-3, should have just made the 3-point, I think. 6-3 will come in and all the way out. 3-2 will hit and cover. 6-2 hits back from the bar. 4-1 can hit back. Now blue has a stronger board. Orange dances. Now 6-2, bring that out. Now with the 5-1 is forced to come in with the 1 and plays 5 down. 5-3 can make the 3-point. Now it's a 4-point board. Great roll for orange. Doesn't step up, makes those 2 points. 6-5 is blocked from the back. Now with the 6-2, he can come out and hit. 2-1 comes in with the 1 and will hit with the 2. Dances. Now 4-3 will step up. Okay, dances again. 2-1 will make that anchor, trying to get out. Dances again. 5-2 starts to come out. Now with the 4-1 will come in and hit there. 4-1 comes in and steps up. Now with the 6-2 comes out in safeties. 3-1 will hit and continue. 2-1 can anchor on the 23 point. Now with the 5-2 will come out all the way. 5-4 is a little awkward, can't come out, but you can make a point. With the 5-3, I'll safety one to the 6 point. Now with the 6-2 brings 2 down. 6-2 for blue will stick around. 5-2 will play in. 4-1 is going to play there and to the ace point. Now with the 6-2, it's got to go, duplicates the twos. 4-1 doesn't, oh, it hits and continues. Yeah, pick and pass. Now that's the double falcon play. Comes out with both. All right, 6-3. I'm going to come out and go for the race. Don't want to lose the gammon here. Gammon cost is not that much, but you have more shots in winning with the race. You might roll some lucky doubles. So 1, 2, 3, and bears one off. Blue's a big favorite, although orange has a nice efficient bear off structure. You want to have the most checkers on the 6 point, then the 5, then the 4, etc. If you want to learn about that, I recommend reading Backgammon Bootcamp by Walter Trice. He discusses the bear off efficiency. So it's going to be 2-1 in favor of orange, 1 away, 2 away, post Crawford. So blue will double at the first opportunity, and orange has a free drop. 4-1. Now, I think you take the free drop. Yeah. So now it's DMP, double match point, 3-1, 6-4, you should run. Against the 3-1, 6-2 will come out and hit. 4-1, you see a lot of hitting exchanges here because you really want to make the board. Losing gammon does not matter at this score. In that sense, anchors are relatively devalued. Okay, 5-3 doesn't hit back. All right, now 6-2. Safety's that one. 6-2 will hit from there. Now the 2-1, come in and hit. Double 1, 1, 2, 3, hit and cover the bar point. 3-2, come in with the 3 and hit with the 2. Dance with the double 5. 6-1 brings one out. Double 1, another good roll. How to play it. That's a tough one. 3-1, play there. Now can hit with the 5 or just step up to the 18, which he does. Now with the 5-2, plays to 6 point. 4-2 can make the 4 point. 3-1 will make the 3 point and the 12 point. 6-4 will come around all the way. Now with the 5-2 will come to the 6 point. And now 6-2 can play 2 off the 8 point. Double 5 is a little awkward because you can't move from the back checkers. Now blue has some flexibility. Orange is going to have to play off these strip points. Now I can come around all the way or do that. 3-1 kind of has to do that. 5-2, not a good roll. 6-2 can hit. Now 4-3, boom, boom. Double 2, good roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6-4 comes in with both. Now orange is in trouble, dances. 6-4 will point on head. Blue is a big favorite here now. Yeah, clears the 8 point. 6-2, come in and out, looking for 7s. That's a little awkward. Play safe. 6-5, yep. 6-4 will come around. 4-2 will cover and slot the 6 point. 6-2 will come all the way around. Or no, not there. Okay, so now 5-4. 6-2, the 6 is forced, and the 2 will strip the 6 point. All right, orange is waiting for a shot. Now blue's not going to leave a shot at least immediately. 5-4 will come out with 1. Oh, 5-4 bears off 2 checkers. Now 6-5 will come around. Okay, 3-1 can point on head. Great roll. Okay, so that looks like gin. All right, so I'll let this play out. Then I'll save the file. All right, so that's it. Gonna take a moment to save the file and then we'll analyze it. All right. So we'll look at it here. There we go. So we have 4 games. We'll go through it one at a time. All right, with the 6-3, do the standard split like this, and then the 5-3 makes the 3-point. That's standard. Okay. Then the 6-1. Here you play like this. However, it's interesting. Like let's say blue had started with a 6-2. So we'll look at it like this. And now there's a 6-1 to play. Here you have the option of making the 5-point or the anchor. Here it's a little better, I believe, to make the 5-point like this. Now, let's say it were the 4-point that were made. Now it's close. You see how long it's thinking? See, they're virtually tie. When it's the 3-point with the 3-1, now you have to anchor. Yeah. So that's a nice lesson there. Like you have a 6-1 on the third roll, depending on how you played the opening roll, whether it was 6-2 or 6-3 or 6-4. But let's say it was 6-2, with a 6-1 on the third roll, you have an option of making the 18-point anchor or making the 5-point, depending on how this was played. It varies. Okay, and then like if it were like a 6-4 like this, making this point, which would obviously not happen because you would hit, but here you just make the 5-point. It's clear. Okay. Now 4-1 can step up and slot. Okay, so you do have the stronger board, so you can afford to do that. You really need an anchor. When your opponent has an anchor, you need to counter with an anchor. 6-2 is good to make that point, and a 6-5 looks like it was tied to just come all the way around. The benefit of this, which results in this position here, is you leave the blot in front of a stripped point, so you have to break the point. It turns out on the plus plus, this comes out on top. Okay, they're close. Then the 6-5, you really want to like bring things around, but things get awkward here because you can't play with sixes. So the only thing that's reasonable is to point on head. And now there are 4 numbers that would hit back because 6-1 doesn't. 4-1 didn't roll it, so plays here. Could have also played 14-13. Let's take a look at that. You really don't want to make that stack bigger. So that's part of the reason. And then you make the 3-point board. Okay, because if you're going to get attacked, which is a possibility, you don't want to have a blot on the board and you want to have a stronger home board. Okay, this one, yeah, after making the 5-point, you couldn't really make the 7-point and then do something. You would leave a blot. So might as well just put one on the bar. Double 5 was a great roll, comes in and around all the way. 6-2 breaks the midpoint to hit and come down. Then the 5-3, yeah, you have to come in low here. You can't come in to the 20-point because then that's the next point the opponent wants to make. You don't want to let them make that point and hit you. Okay, then there was the 6-1, just comes around there. 5-1. Yeah. Let's see here. See, this one, what did it do? 8-3-5-4. It preferred 13-8-5-4 or even 8-2. And that results in this position. When you do this play, you create what's called a dilly builder. This is a builder. It's a third checker on the point. You only need 2 checkers to own a point. If you have a third one, that's a spare or a builder. So the only useful place for this to go is on the 2 or the 1, whereas you really want it to go there on the 4 points, but you can't go backwards. So that's a dilly builder. You don't want to create dilly builders. When you make this play, this does create an awkward stack, but you don't have a builder past the open point here. Here, when you play 8-2, at least this ace is brought to the 2 points, so this can be covered with a 3 or a 6. Okay, so that's the advantage of that. Don't create dilly builders. All right, then the 6-1 was a great roll for blue. 5-3 couldn't do anything. And this was a double and this was a take. Okay, so whenever we have doubling decisions, I like to look at it at different scores and different positions. So here in the original position, this is a 3-point match. You want to double earlier in a 3-point match because getting 2 points will get you the Crawford game, even if you don't win a gammon. Blue is only winning 65% of the time, but 21 or 22% gammons, that helps. Okay, so let's see what it would be like for money. The race is close. This is still a double, but look, it's worth 652 million points for money, but here it's 791, much stronger. Okay, so let's go back to the match, and this was the original position. Let's try modifying it to see what would happen. Let's say it were like this. Now it's a big no double. So because of the blot, that's an issue. So let's say this is the same thing, but let's put a blot here. Now it's still not a double because you have the more pure board. So that's the issue there. Okay. And then let's go back. So basically, what are the market losing rolls? So we can look at the dice distribution after double take and graph and like that. So let me make this a little bit smaller here and put it here. So this is what you can do. You see double 5 is a huge roll because it points on head and makes that. Double 4 will do something similar, and 5-4. Those are the big ones, okay? And then the only other market loser is the double 3, which is played like this. It'll tell you how it's played. If you go here, double 3 shifts, okay? So those ones, you lose your market, but you lose your market by a lot with these. So that's what makes it a powerful double. And then you can look at it on a dice map. You see these ones are really, really big. Okay, so the things you want to think about is how are you going to lose your market? Market losing sequence is a sequence of 2 rolls, one by you and then by your opponent, where it was a take before that sequence, but after the sequence, it becomes a pass. So obviously, if blue rolls a double 5, makes both points, and obviously the orange cannot come in, if blue were to double after that, that would be a pass. It would actually be too good to double. So that's a market losing sequence. Another one would be like a double 4 or a 5-4, something like that. So you want to think about the market losers. Okay. And let's say he doesn't do that, rolls like a 2-1, and then orange rolls a double 5. Well, can't move there, has to move something here. That might be part of a market losing sequence. Don't know. We can actually check here, the second rolls. Yeah, you see the double 5 is big. Yeah, you see? All right, so that's always a good exercise. And then, yeah, I think that's fine. 5-3 hits loose and splits. And the 3-1 comes in. This was a great big hitting exchange. Safetying 4-1. So you have to come in with the 1. And the 4, you only hit because there are numbers, was it like 16 dancing numbers? So 16 dancing numbers. Otherwise, blue has the initiative, okay? So if you play something else like this, resulting in this position, now orange can hit with 6s and 1s. 6-2 is really good. 2s can hit over here. Orange has the initiative, so you can't give away the initiative. 4-2, the 2 is forced and the 4 will play safe. And then the 2-1, again, you do a tempo play to hit, put them on the bar, and you can go 18-16 or 7-5. Couldn't come in here. The 6-1 had to cover and then just play safe. 3-1 is a good roll because it comes in and hits back. And 4-2 is awkward because it comes like this and results in this position. Now it turns out that this was a redouble and it was a pass. So let's look at it on the plus plus. Looked like this may have been too good. It's almost too good to redouble, but it turns out to be a pass. Orange is winning a lot of gammons. So there's hits with twos here, ones, twos, threes, fives, and sixes here. So a lot of numbers play well. Turned out he rolled double four, which was great. Double shift like this, putting two on the bar. And then blue couldn't come in. And then it was a 6-1, which was a little awkward. It does leave a double five shot here. 6-5 comes in with both. And then this was a redouble, but still a take. Yeah. This one's a difficult situation because there are chances to win gammons. Look, orange is winning 17% gammons, so it's trying to hit with a 5 here, a 1 here, 1 and 2 here. Double ones, double twos are really good. Even double 5 is really good. There are a lot of good numbers. It's scary, but this is a big double, but still a comfortable take. So roll the 6-4, hits there, and then couldn't move. And now this was too good. So this was a market losing sequence. Okay, so then rolls the 5-4, comes in with the 6-4, and now it was a big redouble. It's no longer too good because there are only two checkers here. Okay, on to game two, 2-0 Crawford, 1 away, 3 away Crawford. So the slot with the opening 2-1 and the 5-3 here. Look how close these were. Interesting. I would have thought it's clear to make the the 3-point. All right, so the 4-2 points on head here. 6-3 comes in and all the way out with the 3-2 hits and covers. That was a good roll. 6-2 is a good roll in return. Off the bar hits. And now with the 4-1 comes in and hits back. 6-5 dances. And now the 6-2 comes out and then brings a builder down. Looks like it was close to bring that out. All those top plays were close. The 5-1, the 1 was forced and the 5 he played down. 5-3 was a good roll to make that 3-point. Now orange is looking for sixes, 6-4, threes. Doesn't get it. Okay, so this one was interesting because could have stepped up here, but didn't need to. Let's look at it and see what would happen. Like, let's say this were here. Would that make a difference? No. This is a 104, so it's actually worse. Wow. What if it were like that? Now they're close. Now they're close. And if you had another builder there, yeah. So these are the things you have to do. You have to do these experiments with XG. It's like doing a science project. You do an experiment, you move the checkers around to see what changes, and then you look at the results on XG, and that's how you learn. People ask me, how do you learn from XG when it doesn't say anything? It doesn't say anything, but it gives you data. You modify the position, and you get different data, and that allows you to deduct the reasoning behind the correct play. All right, 6-5. Just plays 2 down. Looked like it preferred slotting. Look at that. Just trying to go for it. You see, this loses more gammons, but gammon losses don't matter. It does win more games because if you play like this, if you're missed, you have a great chance of making that prime, and then you're a pretty big favorite, okay, if you do that. Now 6-2 was a good roll, comes out and hits. 2-1 comes in and hits back. 6-5 dances. 4-3, you really want to step up here, and with the 2-1 again, step up and make the anchor. The 5-2, trying to get things out. 4-1 was a good roll, comes in and hits. 4-1 in return, makes that point and brings up the builder. 6-2 couldn't make that point, so he comes out and safeties that. Now looking for a 6 or a 1, doesn't get the 6, but hits with 3-1, 3 and continue. And 2-1 is great, it makes that point. 5-2 comes out. 5-4 can't abandon the anchor, you'll get attacked here. With the 5-3, just brings the spare to the 6-point. 6-2 brings 2 checkers down. And 6-2 plays safely here. And now both sides are trying to be safe here. 5-1, 4-3 looks a little better. So this only leaves a 6-5. But if you play like this, it's a 6-4 and a double 5. So 3 numbers versus 2 numbers. You're increasing your shots that hit by 50% by doing that. So that's what you want to think about. 6-2 had to come out. Yeah, 7-5, clearing the 7 was close. That was a great number, pick and pass. 6-2 was good. It comes out and it does the double falcon. So you see this results in this. This is a double falcon. You can't do this play like this because now you can get hit with 5s, 3s, 2s. Okay. This is called a double falcon. It's only 2s and 4s. And if you're missed, it works well. Double 6 was a good roll that missed. So now blue is up in the race. Let me put it back on arrow. And now with the 6-3, you just have to run. Okay, take your chances in the race. And the rest was a race, nothing big here. We'll go to game 3. And this is post Crawford. So now at 2 away, 1 away, post Crawford, the trailer wants to double immediately at his first opportunity. Doesn't need the gammon, so you don't need to do this because you know you're going to be doubling. So you do this, and then orange hits here. And now this is a double, and this is a pass. Okay. It's early, but blue's winning chances are more than 50%. At the start of a new game, it's 50%. So those chances are less. If you take this double, then this will be the last game of the match. And you're a 48-52 underdog. You can pass and have the next game be the last game of the match and be 50-50. So that's why you pass these. This is called a free drop. It's part of the match play. You really need to understand that when you're playing a match. Okay, then this was a 4th and final game, double match point, DMP. So with the 3-1, you do that. With the 6-4, you run. So this is something that people should learn. This is one of the first things I looked at. And let's just look at it for money when I was studying these things. So when the opponent rolls a 3-1, and then you roll a 6-4, the correct play for money is to run all the way. However, if the opponent had rolled a 4-2, now you make the 2 points. Okay, with the 5-3, it's the same. You make the 2 point, and with the against the 6-4, you also make the 2 point. So why is it that it's correct to run against this, but not against the other one? Well, first of all, you're up by more in the race. So after this, you're up by 6 in the race, whereas after the other ones, you're not. Okay. Also, it duplicates the 2s. So 4-2 specifically, that makes the next best point. It does some duplication. Also, this is the best priming point. So when you're getting prime, you really need to get things going. So the best thing you could do is come out all the way. Okay. The other thing is when you come here, it gives nice building numbers to make the 9, 10, 11 point, such as 5, 4, 4, 3, or 3, 2. Okay. So it gives you new numbers. So that's something to remember. Against the opening 3-1 with a 6-4, you run all the way, but not against the 4-2, 5-3, or 6-4. All right, then with the 6-2, it hits and splits. Then the 4-1 comes in and hits. You see a lot of these hitting exchanges at DMP. Hits will increase gammons, and they'll increase gammon losses often, but gammon losses don't matter at double match point. You just need 1. The extra point doesn't give anything in addition in terms of value, so you just do it. 3-1 comes in and slides the builder. And then the double 1. Okay, so these ones were all close. Yeah, these are tied. Okay. You don't need to make the anchor. At DMP, you don't need anchors. Anchors help prevent gammon losses, so it doesn't matter. So you don't need the anchor. 6-4 makes the anchor there. And then the 3-1 anchors there. Not because you want the anchor, but there's nothing really good to do. And at least this will prevent him from making the 4-point. The 5-4 comes in here. Let's see what it looks like on the plus plus. Okay, because blue was ahead in the race, this was close. This also leaves a 2-shot, which is duplicated here. And 5-2 would also hit. But it also leaves 6-1, 4-3, and 6-5. Okay, 3-1 hits and slides. Okay, 4-3 was tied. The 5-3, the 3 was forced. 6-2 can't cover, so runs the back checker. 6-2 is good, hits, and brings the other one down. With the 2-1 coming with the 2 and hit loose. Double 1. Okay, so you hit with the 3 of them and then make that point. So now this checker on the 23 point is kind of stuck. 3-2 comes in with the 3 and has to hit loose. Blue danced, and with a 6-1, you come out with that one. So you can still come out with a 6 on the other one. Double 1. Okay, so comes in with 1, 2, 3, and then safety is the 4th one. And then it was 3-1, so 3, and then 1, you just come out. You could have, this was actually an error because you don't really mind leaving a shot here at DMP. So 5-2, these were all very close. 4-2 makes the 4-point, good roll. And then a 3-1 covers both. Very good. 6-4 comes around. 5-2 brings it down to the 6-point. Nothing special here. 6-2 plays 2 off the 8-point. Double 5. It looks good, but you can't move these back checkers, so you kind of have to do that. It preferred this one. Yeah, that makes sense. Doesn't matter. These were all close. All right. Then the 5-4 plays to the ace point. 5-4 for orange. Things are getting awkward. 6-4 comes out. 3-1, you have to hit, and there's nothing good. And this was awkward because you couldn't hit many shots. And the 6-2 hits and comes out. So this is a very volatile position. Here, 1 on the bar can hit with 6s and 4s, and the 3s are diversified. So for example, a 3-2 comes in and hits. And then there are multiple numbers that hit twice. Double 2, 4-2, 4-3, 6-3, 6-1, 6-5, a lot of them. Very volatile. Comes in with a 4-3, hits twice like that. Double 2 is a great roll. It comes in with both, hits and slides. Okay. 6-4 comes in with both. Double 4 couldn't come in. 6-4 points on head, and then orange was in trouble from here. The 6-4. And then the 4-2 was forced. 2-1. These were all very close. He preferred clearing this one. Okay. And then the 6-2 comes in and out. 3-1. Okay, look at this. Let's see this. It prefers just leaving the shot because this Swiss cheese board and the 5-point board versus the 3-point board. All right, so the 6-5 comes out and starts preparing to the board. 6-4 comes around. 4-2 makes the 4 points, lots of 6-point. 6-2. These were all close. 5, 9, 6, 15, 9, 6, 4. Okay, I think I would have played this one, but they're virtually tied. 5-4 comes out, leaves that shot there in case he rolls a 6-1. All right, 6-2 comes in, and what else was there? A shot that wasn't even a shot. I don't think there was anything interesting here. So that was it. That was the match. All right, so that was another 3-point match with the Backgammon Bot versus Bot. These are always great. Learn a lot. Look at the plays, watch it. You can adjust the speeds to make it a little slower so you can watch at a reasonable pace, and afterwards everything's transcribed so you can see the analysis and you can see what plays you would have made, and if you would have made the right play, why it's right or why it's wrong by modifying the position. I copied and pasted onto a different board. You can look at the dice distribution on XG, to think about these things. You can modify the score. You can do all these things. There's a lot of tools that you can use to learn, even when you're not even playing in the game. So this is a very valuable opportunity. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know if you need. Let me know if you have any questions or any comments or anything I can do in the future, and that way I can work on it. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high quality content that you enjoy. And with the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. Again, my book, Backgammon Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. I look forward to seeing you in future videos. And until then, keep rolling your dice.